I never had my mom. I didn't. I grew with my dad, and I think I was scared to be a mom, wondering if I would be capable to do, what wasn't done to me.
Welcome to Jamaica Worldwide. Today we are talking about the events that led to Dancehall Queen Carlene losing a daughter. Please take the time right now to ensure that you are subscribed and also hit that notification bell to ensure that you get videos as soon as they are released. Carlene Smith took Jamaica by storm in the 90s when she became Jamaica's first dancehall queen. She was a very beautiful and voluptuous woman. Matter of fact, still a very beautiful and voluptuous woman. She made many appearances in the dancehall, in dancehall music videos, stage shows, TV appearances. One of her most prominent appearances is in the Murder She Wrote music video by Shaka Demus and Pliers.
30,000 people came out to see me. There wasn't a stage show. It was just me, Carlene from Jamaica, the dancehall queen from Jamaica. And I cannot express or explain that feeling. I had to be carried off the stage by bodyguards.
The Dancehall Queen competition also inspired the movie Dancehall Queen, released in 1997. She was a bona fide sex symbol and in fact was a brand ambassador for Slang Condoms for many years and made the brand iconic. Carlene appreciated her position as Dancehall Queen and took this very seriously. She is in fact a living legend. Not many women in dancehall have done what she has done, then or since. Of course, when she got involved with Beenie Man in the 90s, there would be questions about children and what it would mean for her career. We did a video recently titled 10 Relationships in Reggae and Dancehall, in which we highlighted the now exhausted romantic relationship between Beenie Man and Dancehall Queen Carlene. Now of course, Beenie Man is a worldwide dancehall superstar, and Carlene herself is specifically credited for popularizing the Dancehall Queen competition, which is a staple in dancehall around the world, and to this day crowns a new dancehall queen every year. By extension, she has helped to popularize dancehall across the world, as she herself has been in demand for appearances across the globe. And this is without a single dancehall record. Carlene is a legend. But with the highlighting of this relationship in the previous video, there were several expressions about Carlene's daughter being adopted and about her not being able to have children altogether. There's also talks about surrogates, some other conspiracies, which we would hope to clear up with this video. Carlene had made pronouncements related to this claim and had at that time shared her story regarding this matter. She did an interview with the Star newspaper's feature Real Talk, released in December of 2015. It was expressed by Carlene that initially she was afraid of having children. This was due to her own mother not being very involved in her life. Of course, if you feel you did not learn or have an example of doing something, you would be hesitant to attempt it. Carlene, however, at one point braved her fears and decided to go the route of adopting a little girl somewhere around the late 90s. This part of her life she described as a nightmare, not because of the relationship between her and the child, but because of the greed due to who she was, of course with her being the dancehall queen, and maybe partly due to her relationship with the king of dancehall, Beenie Man. She further explained that she had this child for 4 years and they took the child back because it was, as she says, about money. She said, quote, "They took her back from me because they wanted money and the courts told me I should not pay, but because of who I was at the time, they were fighting it," unquote. So from what she was explaining, it would seem that the home or family was seeking to get funds from the dancehall queen. It would seem therefore that if, as Carlene says, the court orders that she's not to pay them any money, then it would seem that their greed got the better of the situation, and without consideration of the welfare of the child, they had found it within their reasoning to withdraw the child from the situation in which Carlene was caring for the child, which Carlene admits it was very heart-wrenching for her. This in itself is a major trigger for many Jamaican people who try to do things, positive things, and find themselves being taken advantage of. However, that is another story. But the heartbreaking part of this whole adoption ordeal is twofold. Because firstly, the child who had gone from rags to riches, so to speak, now had to be reintroduced to the rags. But to make things even worse, secondly, this little girl was taken out in 2010 by gunmen. Carlene had to in turn bury the child because the parents of the child were also taken out the year before. Now it was after the adoption of this little girl that Carlene then had her daughter with Beanie Man, Crystal Davis.
And went into other things like TV, talk show, radio. Yeah, still keeping dancehall there, but I just knew once I became a mom, it was going to be all about her.
So this is where the confusion is about Carlene's giving birth to a child and whether that child is Beanie Man's daughter. Of course, most could identify just by looking, but let me know what you think. Also, please give the video a like and also subscribe if you haven't done so already. You can also hit the notification bell to get videos as soon as they are released. Thank you for watching. This is Jamaica Worldwide.